Libra, Elsie here to do a reading for you. How are you, my friends, my creative beautifuls? I hope you're well. I'm here to do a 9-card draw for you. Libra, I didn't get you done on the weekend, so we are starting the week with you. Starting week with air signs. How are you, Libra? Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. If you're brand new and you're just rolling up on all of this, I hope you'll stay. And we have such a beautiful, beautiful big Libra tribe here. Thank you so much for being here. And if you are somebody who always comes back, I appreciate you the most. Thanks for being the ride or die. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about how to find the extended. I'm also going to tell you about how to find a private read if you're interested in doing that. Excited to be able to speak to someone live today, later this evening. All right, 9-card draw. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. We've got the Ace of Cups, Libra. Why is that? All right. Oh, the 9 of Swords, is it? Somebody here worried about the heart space. Feels like it's a little bit of anxiousness, a little bit of anxiety. Somebody's, this is kind of adorable though. This is somebody sort of hiding behind this, uh-oh, now my heart space is open and I'm a little bit worried about that. We've got the 3 of Swords. So that's what you're worried about here, Libra. I feel like you're worried about getting your heart broken. But I do believe somebody here is sort of peeking at someone. It's like you're looking at them while they're not looking at you. When they look at you, you look away. That's what it feels like here. We've got the 7 of Swords. You're lying to yourself. Or under the surface, I would say. Under the surface, possibly. There are feelings for someone or something. We've got the High Priestess at the center of the reading. Look, I feel like you are keeping something quiet because you're intellectually tangled in the thought process, Libra. And that is very Libran of you. This is, it's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy here. We've got Gemini energy here and more Libra energy here. It feels like you are sort of, you're really swirling in the mind about something that you're keeping quiet about. But Libra, I feel like this heart space here is the thing that has you in all of these swords and in this High Priestess energy, that you are not saying anything, like you're not telling someone how you feel. And look, it could be something about romance. It could be that, but please understand that the heart space is the heart space. And it's the beginning of something you love or something that makes you feel good or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be romance, but it does feel like there is something here that really has you up in your head. I feel like it feels good, Libra. Whatever it is, it feels really good. This could be maybe you're ready to publish your book, or you're ready to sell your wares or show your creative process. And it feels like here that this is something that you are thinking about executing, but you want to execute it with perfection. And I think that's why the King of Swords is here. The King of Swords is here because I feel like you're like, this has got to go down the right way. I don't want to screw this up. This has got to go down the right way. Tell me about this. We've got the Temperance card. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. How do I build this? How do I build the foundation? It's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect before I move forward, before things move ahead so quickly that I can't control them. So I feel like the swords are part of your, the control. The only part of the control that you have is what's going on in the mind. Oh, look at this. We've got the Emperor and we've got the Judgment card. Okay, if that's what you say. It looks like something is about to go down. Look, the 10 of Wands is here, Libra. I feel like you're about to just drop any sort of thought processes or whatever's been holding you back in the mind. You're about to unload all of that. And I think you're finally going to do something. Make a decision to move forward, take control, and just go for it. That's what it feels like with this Aries energy here. So, excuse me. So Gemini, I feel, Gemini, maybe you're dealing with Gemini. So Libra, Libra, we've got Temperance here. A moment of alchemy is on the table, literally and figuratively. It feels like a moment of alchemy. You are going to decide to build a foundation. Now, when I say that, I feel like for some of you, somebody here is going to tell someone about their feelings, or is going to attempt to build something solid, sturdy, or stable with someone, cooperate, collaborate. It feels like you're about to build some sort of a foundation with somebody here. I'm speaking in a romantic sense, possibly for some of you. For others of you, if this is not a romantic thing, because it doesn't have to be, it feels like there's something that's super close to your heart, Libra. Very close to your heart. And it feels like it could be a creative process of some sort, or something that you really love. So something that you've always wanted to do, or something that, a book you've written, or a musical piece you've created, or it feels like something like that. So this moment of alchemy is coming where you realize you have enough foundation, or you have worked slowly and thoroughly enough on something that now it's time to execute it. And I think that's why the Emperor shows up in the future energy here, because the Emperor, I think, is the one who has all of the knowledge, the wisdom, the one who's stable and secure, and this person feels like they are ready to make some sort of a really big decision. Tell me what this Ace of Cups is about for Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Feels like a big week that's coming up for you here. Ooh, it sure is. Something is shifting here within your heart space. You're ready for the shift. And I feel like, the Tower is a shift, and sometimes it can be surprising, but I don't think it is surprising for you, Libra, because look at all these swords here. I don't think this is a surprising shift for you. I think this is an intentional shift, and I feel like you're allowing it. And it's not like you really have a choice when the Tower shows up. I'm just going to say, when the Tower shows up, it's major arcana, and you are going to have to shift. You're going to have to ride the wave, essentially. But I feel like you are not scared of the Tower, because you're expecting shift. You're shifting out of some sort of a comfort zone that you've been in. It feels like you've been in this comfortable place for a while. And it feels like it's inward, because we've got Cancer energy here. So it feels like it's inward, that you've got inward energy going on. It feels like the shift is shifting you out of the Four of Cups, which is your comfort zone, or the place where you choose to stay in order to keep your emotions steady and stable. It's also shifting you out of the Ten of Swords. I feel like you're hands on head. You're like, okay, let's do it then. I'm just gonna say, let's do it, whatever it is. It feels like you are broadcasting something. Maybe you're a broadcaster. Maybe you're a DJ. Maybe you're somebody who went to school and this is your first job. But it feels like you're broadcasting. Like, I'm just gonna put my hands on my head, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. If my heart gets broken, at least I took a shot. At least I tried. We've got the Three of Swords here. What are your fears? Because it looks like you have some fears that whatever you have planned, you've got worries and fears that it's not going to work out. What is this? We've got the World card in the reverse. You feel like you have not done enough, or you have not, that there still is work to be done. You feel like you're putting out a half-hearted project, or something that maybe doesn't have an ending. Maybe it doesn't have a complete, you feel like it's not completed, I'm going to say. But the Four of Pentacles in the reverse tells me I'm going to be vulnerable anyway. Libra, that's really beautiful. Look at that. It's going to pay off big time for you. The Ace of Pentacles is here, and I'm going to say that you have done enough. And the Ace of Pentacles is going to show you that. The Ace of Pentacles is the abundance. It's your investment in you. When the Four of Pentacles shows up in the reverse, it's because you're ready to be vulnerable, even though you feel unready to be vulnerable, and you're ready to take the Three of Swords. You're ready to have your heart broken or be disappointed, but now is the time, and I feel like you're doing it exactly at the right time, because the Ace of Coins is here. So let's talk about the High Priestess. What have you been keeping under your hat here? Because it does feel like you've been keeping quiet about something, making plans. It's under the surface with the Seven of Swords, and the King of Swords is like, I must execute this with precision, because I don't want something to go sideways or go wrong. And I think that when it comes down to it, whatever the subject matter is, whether it's something, a creative project, or your first business, or you're going to tell somebody that you have feelings for them, whatever the situation is for you, I feel like you've done as much as you can. So just know you've done as much as you can. You've kept quiet about it while you were trying to find the details, the facts, how to execute the plan. Tell me about this, the Four of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords is in the reverse. So I think that the reason that you stayed quiet, silent, is because you wanted to make sure you had all the details and facts. It feels like you stayed stuck here for a while, listening to your intuition. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's moving really slow, and so it almost feels like a Taurus moon energy. Look, if you know anything about energies at all, if you're an energy reader like myself, I'm a Taurus sun, and I can be pretty damn stubborn. But when it comes to Taurus moon, hold my beer. Oh, Taurus moon will wait out lifetimes before they make the move. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here. We have the 4 of Swords. Look, all of this time that you spent thinking, working slowly, moving slowly, looking over details, reassessing, analyzing the facts, all of that stuff, it's all going to come to a place of, I feel that you're going to win. Because look, the Emperor's here. The Emperor never goes in unless the Emperor knows they're going to win. And so I feel like you are going in with a surety, a certainty, stability, that you, although you feel you've gone over as many details as you can, I feel like you are about to move forward here in a moment of alchemy. Because look, again, this Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, is moving quickly. But it's also this energy of you're the alchemist. It's now time for everything to come forward in its perfect state, Libra. So please stop worrying. I feel like you've done enough. You've done enough. You've thought about it enough. Like, I feel like things are going to work out as they should. You have built, yes, you don't feel as though you're ready because you only have 3 pentacles, because this is just the beginning of the foundation. But I feel like with this 4, right, we graduate from the 3 of Pentacles to the 4 in reverse, which is I'm no longer shut off and shut down. I'm now going to be a little bit more vulnerable. So tell me what this moment of alchemy is bringing for Libra. This is pretty exciting, actually. I'm kind of excited for you. Tell me about this Libran energy, please. We've got, the Knight of Swords shows up. Okay, we've got the 6 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. There it is. There's the push, my friend. So the Knight of Swords is the sort of aggressive, I'm just going to do it, or I'm just going to say it. I don't care how it bounces off everybody else. I'm just going to do it or say it. And the Queen of Wands is the push. I'm going to do something big and bold, and I'm just going to put myself out there. You might have a fire rising energy if this is what you're feeling. You might be someone who's a fire rising. I have met, people who are like writers or musicians or, people who engage in that sort of energy. And you think like, Libra's so balanced. How can they get in front of a crowd? But it's those ones of you that have fire in the rising. I feel like you're about to make a big, bold move here, my friend, and it is going to result in victory. You are coming back from a hard cycle in life. It feels like there's something here that you lost at, or something that really hurt you. And so I feel like you're making this big, bold move on the assumption that it's not going to work, but you're prepared. You've done all the basics. All the basics are here. Things are about to move forward here. Let's talk about the 8 of Wands. Let's talk about the 8 of Wands here. I feel like you've done enough. You don't have to be perfect in order to move forward, although the King of Swords would argue that. And I think you're arguing with that in your head. Tell me about the 8 of Wands. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. See, there it is. It's telling me here that you have, look at all those pentacles. You've done the work. You've nurtured the path. You threw the seeds of intention. You're making an intentional decision to move forward in an analytical, slow way. You've reassessed it as much as you can reassess it. If it doesn't fly, it doesn't fly. But you know what, Libra? All these cards are an indication that whatever you're about to do, voice your opinion, stand up and speak in front of people, because Libra's very good at speaking in public, or maybe you're going to tell somebody how you feel about them. Whatever it is, it feels like it does have a really, you've built such a good, strong foundation that things are about to take off in a really beautiful way here. The 7 of Pentacles, you've put in all the hard work. And the King of Pentacles is here, and that's leading you to wisdom. It's led you to wisdom. It's led you to believing and trusting here in the precision of your analytics and your reassessments. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. It literally tells me now is the time to put it out there to see what I get back. And some people aren't going to give you back as much as you put out there, but you are going to get reciprocal energy. You are going to get Some people are going to be giving back to you what you've given to them. Libra, we're going to go into the extension. I told you I'd tell you about the extended energies, and we're going to do, excuse me, I'm going to do the extension right away, and please look at the top of the comments. The pinned comment is there, and in that pinned comment, you'll be able to purchase this one outright if you would like to, the extended if you're interested in that, or you can come to the membership area. That is growing, by the way. We're having fun over there. We just had a live on the weekend, and so we're getting to know each other face-to-face a little bit. And so we're going to go into the extended. If you would like to be there with me, please look in the pinned comment. The membership area is where you want to be if you want all of the extendeds for all of the signs or the signs that you're watching for. Also, I'm doing private reads. I get to do one tonight, to speak to somebody tonight for 30 minutes. And look, when you book a private read that is live with me, Libra, bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh, we'll talk about this in a second. When you come into a live read with me, you can give me as many questions as we can handle in the time frame that you've picked out. I also am doing pre-recorded private reads, so if you're still wanting to do that as well, I love doing those. Look, let's get to this before we go. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Look, if you're a person and you don't know tarot and you're brand new to it, this is your sign. This is Libra. This is justice. Something is about to be restored because of a breakthrough that you've had here. The breakthroughs are also happiness. This is, I'm growing personally, professionally, in love, spirituality. This is a breakthrough of growth. We've got the lovers here for those of you who were talking about some sort of a love connection or a choice that you're making to speak out, because the Queen of Swords is here. So the lovers is a choice for those of you who are not dealing in a love situation. This is your choice to speak out. This is your time to show people what you've got and what you're made of and how really freaking smart you are. All right. I love air energy. If you didn't know, I'm just going to fawn on you for a minute. I'm just going to leave that right there. We're going to go into the extended and we're going to clarify all of this. We haven't even touched the Emperor and who's making the decision and about what. You're being reborn into a new cycle. Woo! Let's find out what's going on in the extended. It feels very exciting. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. See you, Libra. Bye-bye.